Hello, this is the September reading for Scorpio 2021. I've already pulled some cards for you. We're going to get right into this. Yours is a little bit heavy. I'm going to be honest. You've been feeling vulnerable. Maybe you have the innocence of a child within you, a bit naive about some things. You need to get outside and just breathe fresh air. You have ancient healing wisdom within you. There's been a real stillness within you lately. You've been in reflection for quite some time, but Spirit is saying that now is the time for movement. Now is the time for action. And more of these cards agree with exactly that. First, I want to address that something big will be coming for you in April. There is some type of wealth or abundance coming for you as well, coming towards you. Then you have all of these cards that are full of strange energy, and the love card popped out first before all of this. So we're just going to run down through the list because I feel like someone needs to hear this. There are hidden secrets that could harm you. You're going to go through a period of frustration, but this will be lessons learned. There are lessons to learn from this. You feel already that something is lacking in your life, perhaps in your love life. You either already are or will be soon suffering a great personal sorrow. You're being cautioned to beware of having great pride in this situation because there are lessons to learn from this, but that the time to act is now. There is something you need to be acting on. Take advice from a friend. There will be some kind of news coming in for you, either for a new business opportunity or a birth of a child. You have lots of good news and money coming towards you that's suggestive of you climbing the ladder of success. So for a lot of you, I think you're venturing into a new arena or somewhere that you never really thought you were going to get to go. And you're finally headed that direction, and that's going to really benefit you well in a monetary and spiritual, emotional way. And then you have love cards that say that you are lovable, you deserve love, and to let your friends help you and ask for and accept support from others. And it's pretty ironic that you would get stuff about love and needing to lean on a friend out of two different types of tarot. So I feel like for some of you, you need to take heed to that. And I'm sorry that this had to be heavy, that part of it. I never like to make the readings heavy if I can help it. But sometimes there's stuff we just need to know, right? Just got to see it. Got to be willing to see it. So you're in an illusion of being trapped. Someone needs to accept responsibility for their situation and the choices that they're making. And you need to take responsibility for where you're at in this situation, and then make choices that supports your path to your happiness, free from unhealthy habits or addictions. At the moment, you're feeling like you're unable to make a decision, or you're unwilling to see it for what it is and make a decision. and you're being cautioned to follow your own heart rather than trying to please others. And stop overanalyzing things or making excuses for them. Call it like you see it. It's time for action. It's time to give birth to your dreams. Any creative projects that you do right now are going to be successful. You do have abundance and prosperity coming. And you have the Sun and the Moon card both, which is about a lot of emotion and listening to your intuition and paying attention to the signs from the divine. And then also being in gratitude to the divine, because this is going to give you epiphanies that lead to magical opportunities and takes you down the path of great joy and great success. You're feeling motivated, maybe even a little theatrical, or like how you say this, melodramatic, ambitious about taking the lead in your life, stepping into the spotlight if necessary, keeping your eyes on the big picture. Don't be sensitive to criticism, but also communicate your vision clearly to other people. There's logic and perception and insightfulness. Being blunt. Intellectual challenges that are exciting for you. Brilliant insight, information that you may need but might be challenging for you to receive. And reviewing all your documents carefully. That's very important too for this card. This is the Page of Swords. So definitely review all the documents very carefully. And, you know, if you've got some kind of information coming, don't dismiss it. Some of you may be reminiscing about the way things used to be, or trying to find forgiveness in order to get to the end of challenging times. For others of you, this is a resurgence of a past life love or a past love from when you were young. And it's going to be a time of financial security and abundance for yourself and your family. A lot of peace and contentment. Passing on knowledge that you have to others. And then you also have the Magician card. Magic is alive in your life. And what you need to be a success will manifest. But you have to believe it. You have to believe it, Scorpio. You have to believe that you can do it. And you have to believe that you deserve it. And you have to believe that it's coming for you. Okay? So there's going to be some things that are going to be hard to look at or hard to accept for you. But I think you're going to get through it because you're going to be able to ebb and flow the way you need to. So just hang in there. Let's do some mindful messages. Or did we already do those? We already did mindful messages. I want to do the career. Creative expression. Your soul longs to express itself creatively. And you connect to your life purpose through reading books, reading some type of literature or information that helps you connect to who you are. I feel like a lot of you are artists in your own right, creators of some type. You heal with kind words and wise advice, and you definitely have an empathetic ear, and you need to use that to assist others in finding their highest good. Remember to be playful. Don't take everything so seriously. The bonds that link you to your true family is not necessarily one of blood, but of respect and joy in each other's life. Open your mind to new possibilities. Trust the universe and source. Learn to shield yourself from negative energy. Be mindful of your breath. Remember that you are infinite energy. Clear your sacral chakra. Clear your throat chakra. Stop putting yourself last. And I just heard stop putting yourself down. Remember, you are magical. Definitely remember that you are magical, Scorpio. I mean, you have the knowledge of the ancient healing wisdoms, right? Okay. Strength is the rune that you have. The rune of termination and new beginnings, drawing uruz, indicates that the life you have been living has outgrown its form. That form must die so that new energy can be released in a new form. This is a rune of passage, and as such, part of the cycle of initiation. Positive growth and change, however, may involve a descent into darkness as part of the cycle of the perpetual renewal. As in nature, this progression consists of 5 aspects: death, decay, fertilization, gestation, and rebirth. Events occurring now may well prompt you to undergo a death within yourself. Since self-change is never coerced, we are always free to resist. Remain mindful that the new life is always greater than the old. Prepare, then, for opportunity disguised as loss. It could involve the loss of someone or something to which you have an intense emotional bond, and through which you are living a part of your life, a part that must now be retrieved so that you can live it out for yourself. In some way, that bond is being severed, a relationship radically changed, a way of life coming to an end. Seek among the ashes and discover a new perspective and new strength. The ancient symbol for a ruse was the aurochs, a wild ox. When the wild ox was domesticated, an immensely difficult task, it could transport heavy loads. Learn to adapt yourself to the demands of such a creative time. Firm principles attached to this rune. At the same time, humility is called for, since in order to rule, you must learn how to serve. Your ruse puts you on notice that your soul and the universe support new growth. And I think that's pretty self-explanatory. I hope that this reading has helped you for your purpose and for achieving your higher good. I truly do. If you would like to leave comments below and talk it out, I'm here. And I'll be back in a couple of weeks for your mid-September check-in. If you're already a subscriber, my deepest gratitudes. If you're not, I would like for you to consider being a subscriber. And if you would hit that like button, I would greatly appreciate that. It would move the algorithms so that other people have an opportunity to see this reading as well. Until next time, sit in your power, know who you are, trust who you are, trust the universe, trust the divine, and trust divine timing. When one door closes, another amazing door always opens up. Be brave, be strong, and move forward with optimism and excitement. Until next time, much love and many blessings.